Welcome, Mr. Stunner.
Well, it's good to be here, yo. Well, like you said, finally.
Finally.
Finally. A lot has been happening in your life this year, I'm sure, musically and personally. Otherwise, a new album coming up.
Tell us more about that.
So what do you want to hear?
I just know of two songs which are very impactful right now. And they're doing quite well in terms of streams and viewership. And I think they're quite good. You know, you've seen the meme.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
So will that be the same energy throughout the album? No, the rest are like party songs.
Well, let's just say right now, if the energy is on like 60 throughout the album, it's going to go all the way up to 100. So it's just the beginning.
Okay.
All right. So it's not yet done.
The album is done. You know, it's going through the mixing and mastering, but I think I've done my part.
Okay.
Do you have a release date or?
It will probably be before the 20th of August, or between the 15th and the 20th.
Okay. You're looking up for that, yeah.
I saw the track list near the production list as well. It seems interesting. I saw, does it bother you when people ask, what happened to the old Stunner?
No, it doesn't bother me, because actually then I know what I'm doing. Actually, it's actually working.
Yeah.
So, because I'm not trying to have my second born look like my first born. So yeah.
True. Because we've had other rappers up here. What happened to the old you? Feeling station. I don't know if you've heard, but
no, the old one. I'm not the one to do that, because the old Stunner is still me. So you know, like, oh, so that guy gave you problems. Cool.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Because I actually saw someone, I think, asked you on that wall, on your wall, and when you responded casually, with Danny or something like that. So, but you know, he laughed it off. But that much I can applaud.
Yeah.
And the listening session.
The listening session is actually going to be sort of the launch. So it's not going to be a normal listening session.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So after the launch, the album won't be available there and then?
Soon after, I think it'll just be like a week, because by the time we do the listening session, we already have a pre-order running.
Okay.
So it'll just be set for the release date.
Yeah.
And then those that would have gotten the album via pre-order will get it first.
Yeah.
And then it'll be available for the public later.
Just to touch on how Stunner, like, responds to critics and stuff. I saw him post saying that who are your 5 biggest critics for Stunner? Like, I'm sure, like, and yeah, other people would rather have their cousin or their producer, but I'm sure you are, like, open to some sort of criticism. You just take,
like, it's just like on my social platform, I never block anybody, because it doesn't make sense for me. I don't block people.
Okay, you don't have a blocking, not even one?
I do not block people, because I try and have them there so that the next time I see them put a like, then I know I'm doing something good.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's interesting. I thought you had a long list of blockers.
I've seen a lot of people from saying, then I'm like, yeah. I'm sure you just see
not Stunner. Straight bullet.
But like, you've come all the way back. You're born in Gweru. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
How do you now know?
I did my research. You're born in Gweru, really?
To the Gweru.
Yeah, I know, because I'm also a Gweru person.
Yeah, I used to stay in Windsor Park.
Oh, okay. And at which point did you guys move to Harare, like with your family?
Starting school, so yeah.
Okay.
So I'm woman of photo girl.
I'm with him.
Okay. Yeah.
And what's your hustle like these days? Like, besides music, what else are you doing? Because I know, like, from my research, you used to do a lot of hustling. Some of my video cassettes. You were a part-time tailor.
I still do a lot of things. Then I think it's safe for now to just tell you that I don't go to bed hungry.
Okay, you're not trying to give us your formula.
This ain't like the States where I can brag about doing certain things, you know.
So it's just not music alone that puts food on your table. You do other things.
Being in Zimbabwe come with that along.
Do you have a clothing label?
I sell stuff, but I don't have a label.
Okay, no, I'm just asking because a lot of artists seem to have clothing labels.
Nah, they don't have clothing labels. They have names on their t-shirts.
Yeah, you know, you get what I'm saying. No? Okay, interesting. And let's talk about the genre. Some people classify you as urban grooves because the time that you really went big was the time that there was this so-called urban grooves with the Trevor Dongos and them. What's your take on that? Urban grooves, hip hop. Where do you place yourself?
Personally, you know, I think I spoke about this with someone earlier on. Call me whatever you want to call me. I'll tell you yes, hip hop. So basically, call me whatever you want to call me. I'm a musician, like I said before. I do not want to be put in a box as a hip-hop artist. Now I can't explore other corners because I've been, you know, put in one corner. I am a musician. I'm going to sing whatever I want to sing. I'm Zimbabwean. No one is going to tell me not to play a mbira instrument because they want to hear duducha. So... You know, I'm going to rap on any beat that I get. If I like it, if it tickles my fancy, then yeah. And I believe hip-hop is being true to yourself first. So if I decide to be true to myself and I betray GT, Jerusalem, and dance or what, that's my hip-hop and no one can take that away from me. It's my story.
Just to touch on that uniqueness, I just noticed like most of the shows you do, you usually play with talkie vibes. That's a very unusual pairing, I'm sure, like in terms of like hip hop. So I want to check if you guys are like have songs together, certain songs that you play like during the set, or it's just a pairing.
Not even a single song.
Not even a single song.
Never recorded a single song, but this is about, you know, not looking at music as a hobby, but as a business. Right. If I go out there and try and get the people that are into rap music, I'm probably going to get a certain percentage. But if I team up with somebody else, his people can come through, my people will come through. So if we have rappers that don't know about his music, they will enjoy that. And if we have dancehall people that don't know about me, so you get more fans that way. And besides, you know, we're trying to sing for everybody. You can't keep saying, boys, and I only perform in field. It doesn't make sense. I'm about the country.
Yeah. And you're about the country show. Like every weekend you have a show outside, right? Outside of Harare,
we try. The team, you know, tries to make sure there's something going on every week.
And you make it seem so easy, because for other artists, they get like 5 other supporting acts, and then they run to all the blogs, radio. Okay, now then over below. But you just quietly, you do a show, Mukila, you back.
That's where people like me, when I say to be humble, they're just like, no,
When have I ever refused? But you're not humble, humble way.
You see, call me Prophet Stunner right there.
Just to clean up what I said earlier, I'm not really talking about any specific artists.
Now you want to give a disclaimer.
No, just say it with you. You just go.
You're going to be lived in the streets. Wait and see.
But they say you're not a reporter until you get a death threat or somebody beats you up. Then you know you're doing something right.
We're not really journalists. I would like to be just having conversations.
You sit there and you ask about personal stuff and whatnot, so you fall under that. I mean, but it's what we're supposed to be doing, right? So I hear a lot of people say, and you know, you sent me a link and I watched one of those things and there's a guy, I don't remember who, saying even though Stunner's music is not exactly our favorite, I'm thinking, oh really? Yeah? Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, that news clip, I think I saw it.
Okay. So I'm thinking, like, really, dude, whoever you are, you can never put any artist Ozadzarumi Amuri, Kanasiri Stunner. Right now, a hip-hop artist.
Yeah, we had this debate last week.
Yeah, I don't know when you heard it, and my music is not supposed to be your favorite, because right now, I put out a song with Boom Beto. Some people are like, what is that? What is he singing? What? And I've got very influential people playing my music in the States and what, and everybody's like, oh, that's Yangwa, he's bumping some stuff. My goal is straight up getting to where it's supposed to, because he's going to come back, he's going to shoot a video for the song, he's probably going to do whatever he's going to do. If he gives me like $10, like he said, good, yes, I've got something for you. When I get back, I think I have succeeded. So singing for these so-called hip-hop guys, I don't sing for artists, so they can go to hell. Like,
you sing for the people.
I sing for the people.
Yeah.
And honestly, and I will just end up being like one of these artists that I see and that's why I got this 2 liter so that people know when I be talking on my Snapchat and everything, it's the real deal. This is 2 liters of Diddy right there. I don't put water in my bottles.
I actually wanted to ask about that, but is there a catch? Are you doing like an endorsement? Because you never know.
That's just we got water in here, we got Ciroc here. That's me. I'm hip hop like that. There's nothing fake on me.
Okay. And like, have you done any international collaborations?
I always do, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
I come from a seriously heavy dancehall background.
Okay.
Right. So my collaborations, they come from there, most of them. Like last year I had a collaboration with Seth Ward.
Okay.
But I don't know if you know Seth, who Seth Ward is.
I know Seth Ward.
Okay. What's his song called? One Talk.
Huh?
I will remember the name. Okay. Just let them go and talk for now.
Oh, you have a collaboration with that guy?
Yeah, I have a collaboration with him. It's called In On Your Head. It's there on YouTube. And on my new album, I've got a collaboration with Episode from Ghana.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I last saw you on a feature, I don't know whose song. Is it Ching? Eyes Off You?
Yeah.
That song is fire. I don't know why people are sleeping in that song or not pushing it as hard.
People always sleep on the good songs, don't you know that?
Yeah. Until someone tries to diss someone on that song, and then they're like, why is that song there?
Yeah, exactly. Controversy.
I was asking myself why that song really never really like blew up. Was it because you guys are like in different parts of the world and not really performing it together?
Also, it depends with who is the main head on the song, who's supposed to be like really pushing it. So I guess if people don't know you that much,
but people know DJ Towers. That's a DJ Towers thing, right?
Yeah, it's a DJ Towers thing, but they're pushing it, but I don't know. I guess the levels are pushing.
Don't Mr. Snapchat in Zimbabwe. Shout out to Towers, man.
Does he snap more than Stunner? You should see Stunner snaps.
He does his thing. He snaps.
He does. So, like, what would you say has been your best piece of work?
My best piece of work?
Yes, what do you think?
Musically?
Yes, musically.
Wow. That's a difficult one, actually. Because, you see, the thing is, when I do stuff, I try and, just develop from where I would have left it.
Okay.
And I respect that Shiripa Moyo song.
Shiripa Moyo?
Yeah. I really do.
Why that one?
Because I totally left my comfort zone. Like, that's the furthest I'd stretched myself.
Okay.
To go on a conscious rhythm and drop bars on it, like, bar for bar, and then go on to the video and still have a smashing video and be as humble, digging trenches and whatnot, and the places I went to even to do the videos. Even if you look at the bed that I was using in that video, it was just amazing. It's like I was seeing a different side that maybe I had forgotten about, or
I read somewhere that you were actually doing like community service when you shot that video.
Actually, I just went back and reacted.
Okay.
So yeah.
It was the part where you were really shaven. I was like, okay, so
I had to keep my beard for that. Yeah. So yeah.
That's interesting. Really interesting.
So like, okay, they really put some thought into this.
So I guess I'd say it's on the new album, but I won't say it's the best piece on the album. So.
And the other thing I noticed, it's doing well. I think it has like 82,000 or even more right now. How much did you spend on that video?
It's the funniest thing, actually. I didn't spend anything.
But I see artists spending 5,000, 7,000, and I don't know if if you do the same?
This guy's just be lying, man. I'll be sitting at home and I'm seeing people talking about, and then I used the red. I don't know why people are lying, because come on, we've got a cameraman right here.
Yeah.
For you to use a red camera, right? For you to record an hour with a red camera, you need like a tera something, right, Mr. Cameraman? You need for storage only. What do you call it? A terabyte.
Yeah.
That's just to shoot like an hour. So for you to do a whole day shooting, like 10 hours, where are you going to store all that stuff? Because you can't store that stuff. You need buildings and buildings for you just to do one music video. So it's useless to even shoot with the red, because the quality is just going to come out as a 4K.
Because I didn't believe one of the people. They said, okay, forward to my email. And then I saw the breakdown notes for the dancers, the costumes, the whatnot. And we're shooting in South Africa.
There's nothing like that. That's why. That's why we're using the red. But how come our videos are still not looking like Chris Brown's? He's using the same thing. The same camera we're using is the same camera that was used by Harry Potter. But how come we don't have the same quality? You see,
Harry Potter.
I'm telling you, we don't have that quality because when we shoot it,
they've done all that. But your video, probably, I don't know if you spend it more than $200. Like,
no.
You see, but your video will be, $500,000. And then you spent 5,000 or whatever. You're sitting on 20,000 views.
People need to educate themselves before doing all these things. You want to shoot no red camera. Go to Nigeria, go to the States, or wherever where they can store the footage and really play with it. Because otherwise, I'm not saying people shouldn't. They should, because they love doing that. But if you don't have a storyline in the video, and it all doesn't. It kills everything. But with my video guy, this was a guy I discovered. He came to the studio this one time, had a camera in his pocket. And I was asking guys, I was telling guys, I know to shoot my video, and everybody ignored him, just like what they did with Dr. Clarence. And then when he was going, I was like, yo, show me what you do. I was like, okay, fine, I'll give you a song, do something for me. So we shot a song that was called Cross Country. It was good. So he's just been working on it. He's gone to school. So every time he has a new idea, he's like, Mukoma, you believed me from day one. Let's do something. So Maxo now is shooting
Rock with that bottle. But just to touch on your albums again, the titles, they really caught me off. I was like, okay, if I die tonight, Stray Bullet. And then I was just thinking about the Biggie comparison, Kuti. I'm ready to die. Life after death. But are you trying to tell us something? And then if I die tonight, you're talking about,
And is that not happening though? Well, still see, the thing is, I run with what's there. Like, if you're gonna name your album, I'm sure one doesn't open a magazine and look for a cool name. I don't know if other people do that, but I think it has to do with your surroundings, what's going on, and you feel this is me right now. And then you name your album, and from there the songs just come out. You run from that name, just run with my songs.
All right. And one of the other things I noticed, like back then when they did that whole local content initiative of 75%, you were one of the guys who benefited a lot from getting that airplay. On us, like with something that happened recently, that Soldier Love thing, would you play at a Zanu-PF event or?
Before I answer you on that one, I'd like to tell you something that people don't actually even talk about, but this is the fact. People didn't exactly benefit from that local 75% blah, 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 blah.
They didn't?
Right, let me tell you, what they benefited from, the thing that pushed most artists and most genres, those national galas.
Okay.
That's the thing that pushed artists, because they had every genre on it. And everyone came through and they sang 3 songs.
Okay.
The whole night. You just come through and they said, no, they'll tell you, no, we want 3.
Doing 3.
Just 3 and you get off stage. Right? So what they did was the whole of Zimbabwe, every genre will be listened to. Not like what they're doing right now, Kuti. They call Celine Dion, who's on the poster, Jah Prayzer, Winky D. They call Salif Keita, who's on the poster, Jah Prayzer, Winky D. They call Casper Rivers, Jah Prayzer, Winky D. no one is going to benefit from that.
True.
But when the galas were there, of course, the 75% was there, but we had the galas almost like one every month. Right? And everybody would be up, people would be up just to watch kuti takamirira the urban groove kana hapo. Yes, takamirira je dance, takamirira mbira, you know. So you'd all be up and watching all that stuff.
So what happened now?
People benefited from that. And what happened, we won't get into that because that would be very political, but I just wish things like that came back, because no one benefits from anything that happens now.
Because right now it's sad. I saw something about the carnival, and they were saying artists, you have to pay so that you can perform.
Yeah.
You guys were getting paid, and now artists have to pay the promoter so that they can be on the stage.
All the artists should just say, fuck off, we don't want to do it.
You see that. But people, I'm sure the upcoming ones is the ones who are trying to get a...
Whoever is going to pay, if your music is whack, it's not going to help you. It's just like somebody who buys views.
Yeah.
Right, you have this picture where you're looking at 500,000 YouTube views, but you bought them. Recently, I saw an artist. Oh yeah, he used to work with DJ Towers. He's got a lot of fake names on his Instagram account. He buys likes and followers. How does that help you?
Who is this person? This is Keep It Real Fighters. You like names? Yeah.
Everybody can go pick it up. Shindy buys followers. Right.
I saw this one coming.
No, I mean, if I know anyone else, I'll mention their name. Right. But wouldn't it help you if you knew that you have 500 loyal people that love your music?
Yeah.
Than to think you have 15,000 people that like you. And when you have a show, no one is dancing to your music. You know, when you've gone up there, you're like, yo, what? Then someone like me comes, then he just sings, I will pay you one, which and everyone jumps.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, let's be real. You know, if your show is real and if your questions are real, let's hope you're not restricting yourselves from asking me anything. But I try and keep it real, and I'm not grudging. It means like a current garage, and I don't have that with anybody. I can still walk into the studio once we got beef, ask for a bit.
So basically, you're saying you don't have beef, especially
I don't have beef with you, but if somebody has beef with me, that means that's a fight. Come, let's fight.
No.
Okay.
So if we are disagreeing and if it's business, we sit down and we talk about it because it's business.
So you're not about that whole beef on wax with the eyes.
If I have beef with someone, we'll hear that we've fought.
Okay.
That's how do you understand.
How do you feel about other artists using your personal life experiences as material for their music?
I feel it's very stupid because right now, if I was to do a diss song and I diss Tuko, I'd lose so many fans. So if you're an upcoming artist and you diss Stana and he has like 250,000 people, saying yes, Stana Penga, and then you diss Stana, so you think 250,000 people are going to support you?
But then controversy sells.
No, it only sells if you're good.
So they can be good and use your material.
They are good. They're not going to diss anybody. They're just going to sing good music.
Just to touch on someone else who kind of had a gripe with you with music, T-Guns, was it just musical or was it something personal as well?
I don't know from anywhere. Soon after I finished doing a remix with him, the next thing was dissing. I was like, oh, if it works for you.
I saw him on radio with Mox.
Okay. I was like, that was very crazy. Like, how do you dedicate 2 hours to dissing somebody?
Hip-hop.
Hip-hop is about competition.
Because they were like, okay, I challenged Stana to come in battle. He was scared. He didn't come. Blah blah blah.
No, Stana wasn't scared. Stana didn't go there because I didn't see why I would put fuel in the car. Kutogeza showadi turobigirwa tea ndotobvunzwa kunzi machidemo muri kuenda kune ndiri kuenda mubatla tea gonza. I don't understand things like that. You see, at this point in time, stage and I'd rather just sit by these young cats, my drinks, to stuff. We have disagree on certain things about music. To say, we take the important stuff, we throw away the stuff that's not so important. But when you beef, what in this point in time, I'd rather it's an Anguman beer because I know after that, we're going to be buying whatever it is we buy.
Okay, so you guys are like cool. It's just
we can disagree on certain things like fashion, his music, my music, but I can't say I hate him. I have beef with him. That's very stupid. We're in Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
you know.
And just to keep it moving with some of
You have to keep moving. You know, you won't follow this American thing. Hey, blah blah. You want to diss me? I'm loved by the ghetto. I'm from Glenora, Highfield, Mbare, Glenview, Budiniro. That is me.
Yeah.
I've got that. So if you diss me, I'm from there. You have lost enough fans. That's what I just think.
Yeah, and it's not just the ghetto that likes you. I mean, you go. I said this last week.
Yeah.
You go to the north, people are seeing Godo. You go to, the ghetto, the south, everybody's seeing Godo.
I got to talk about where I'm from. Like when I started, we had this thing with XQ that he was singing for the ladies, and I was coming hard, and so I had my face. I said, "You and XQ at the ladies," so we were a team. Right?
Yeah.
So then XQ started going hard. He started singing for the ladies. I started singing for the ladies. I started going hard. So for us to try to say now is Sashandi, because now we are both going with the same intensity.
Yeah.
Okay.
So people might think, what happened? Well, no, he's doing his thing. It's not like Punish Shagaitiga into which so I know I'm just saying, first we started writing this song. At the end of the day, we're going to go anyone to the guy you're dissing. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Let's talk about Tazoeta Cash Records. Right now, who's big on you? Who have you signed, like, who's interesting, or who you feel is the next big thing on Tazoeta Cash Records?
Honestly, in Zim, if you hear someone say, I signed in Ngiriginia, they're lying. Right. You sign them with what? Are you able to take care of someone's family, take care of his needs? Are you able?
Okay, so what do you do if you don't?
It's about loyalty. It's about loyalty. People in this genre that we're in, hip hop, people believe in, let's call them clans, like Chikwata, Chichigrupi, and then they want to follow your people's lifestyles. Right. So it's about loyalty. If you have people that are loyal to you or to one another, right, and then you say, guys, this is the vision, this is what we're trying to achieve.
Okay.
So we move as a team to achieve this.
Okay.
And then you call yourself, you say, okay, we're Tazoeta Cash Records. If we get millions of money or whatever, I'm sure I'm not going to walk away with a bag that I talk about million. Maybe I can, break off something.
Okay.
We're a family. Like usually.
So who is in your family right now that's the next big thing, or that you feel, who you're grooming or mentoring?
You see, we have different people. We have guys that write.
Okay.
Right.
You don't mind having writers?
I don't mind.
Okay.
I don't mind. I'm seated there at home. I'm doing family things. I'm not going to know the next street word that's out there. Alright. I've got young kids that will tell me because I love you, baby. I'm going to date.
Okay.
So why wouldn't you? I see a lot of people in Zimbabwe. Someone I blame Kelvin. I say, I don't know. Come on. What's his name? Neil has been writing for how long?
Yeah, no. A lot of big artists,
It's not like you have people writing for you the whole album. You can be given one line which will give you your whole song.
On the subject of writers, did Junior Brown, was he once one of your writers as well?
So you can have one line. Junior Brown was my producer. He was in the squad.
Okay.
He was in Tazoeta Cash Records at one point.
And MC Cheetah?
Cheetah, no.
Okay.
Right. Junior Brown later hooked up with MC Cheetah.
Okay.
After Tazoeta Cash. Junior Brown produced my album number 1.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The breezy. It's like it's Junior Brown.
So people been coming through. So it's not like a group you're in there and you can't leave.
So much Quatamuna, DJ Towers, because we saw a tweet you put out saying Tasarata 4.
Yes, tell us more about that tweet.
Who did you kick out?
Masara Mwina and who else?
I don't think you know him. Say his name is Kflis. He's a young rapper that's in he's 17.
Okay.
He's 17. I think he's the baddest rapper I've had so far.
Okay.
That's why in Zim, and y'all can argue and say no, but he's the one that I've heard, and he's still working on his craft and is just finishing a few of his songs in South Africa right now. And obviously DJ Towers is in there. right? So, like I said before, I'm going to mention those guys because those are the guys that you know. So until we start working,
what happened to Size 6?
She's now in Ukraine.
Okay, but she can sing songs sometimes.
She writes.
Email or beats or
she writes. She's there on my album. She's there. Right. So she writes, and like I said, it's not a cult. It's not an R. Kelly cult where you can't jump out. You know. So wherever you go, you still to the occasion. You'll be surprised to know that Trevor was once there. Trevor Bongo. Okay. He came from there. You know, Jimmy Brown. Now you know. A lot of people.
I'm not a journalist here. I'm not a journalist.
I'm a journalist. I'm a anytime. The thing about being in a group, once I say digital, you're my brother, we're not doing this thing together. I trust him to a certain level. And I brain zake. Okay. You know, this is someone I can work with. This someone because now he knows Des has one pair of underwear. Kana ine tu anozati yakabuka because pamwe mboioneka yanikwa baba chichi akuziva zvinhu zvokuteni kwangu. So that's like that brotherhood. America you have the reds and the blues. Right. So he's there. I'm a secret so no, you can't have like a gazillion people because you just be lying to each other.
And he always speaks highly of you when he comes here, even on his snap. My boss.
I try and speak highly of him as well. Only can I now figure my pampas by Snapchat.
So though I feel like asking him, what the hell was that about though?
No, he's actually signed by pharmaceutical or people that supply medical stuff. So I'm sure he's just so like, how best can I advertise these? So, hey, but that's him.
Campbell.
So the squad is still there, and I'm not gonna lie. Trigger used to be in the Trigger. Yeah, I know. He's no more in the squad.
Why? Y'all were like butt-headed beavers.
He's no more in the squad. We had to say bye. So yeah,
and it's amazing.
He's now in Australia, but still he supports from there. Alumni. So he gives advice and stuff.
And also on like some of these industry interactions of yours with Begotten Son, we saw you guys on the song together, mixed thing, Panama Exchange on online. I'm like, but you guys are OGs.
Yeah, but you see, we have a serious problem. I really like to shout out to Plot who wants to do a workshop, hip hop workshop or whatever it is, or how they're going to do it. And I think I'm just crying, Kuti. I hope they school people on the actual industry on how to do this music thing. Because now, if I pick up my phone and I call an MC Cut and I say, yo, I need you on my song. I'm not saying I'm better than him. I'm saying he has something that I don't have. And I need him to make my song better. Right? Because if I can do what MC Cut does, I wouldn't need him on my song.
That's true.
Right, so if I call a brother like, yo, son, come on my song, and then the next thing I hear him on social media saying, hey, I put the baddest verse on that song, I'm like, yo, that's the reason why I called you. I wanted you to put the baddest verse on the song. Right, so I didn't understand that. That's why I was like, yo, if your beef is about business, I'm sure we can talk about this. But if it's war, then,
entitled,
it's okay, but it's not a topic that so
I think you'd actually need like a whole episode to go through some of your beefs and whatnot. Okay, the last person, Fusa Blacks,
it wasn't beef. This was about seeing things on social media. I'm like, dude, you get a graft, but you're talking too much for a videographer. And you're always on this. He's the one that I'm sure he started this whole Shona and Debele, because all of a sudden he had a voice. Right. And people shouldn't do things like that because you block avenues for those that want to work. And it's not healthy for anyone when you start doing this Shona and Debele thing. So I was just like, yo, dude. And I know he'd been sitting on people's projects. And it just got to me. And people thought, I'm not trying to find favor from Takura. I was like, yo, that light, I see him. He's working so hard. And when the video came out, I'm like, this is a shitty production. People are holding cups. Cup red and skin. That red is rubbing off our skin. And I'm like, guys, and you are happy with this video. I shot a video for my song on the time. And when the guy bought it, like, I'm thinking, can you ban these tapes? I don't even want to see this thing.
Yes.
Wow.
Right. I didn't put it out there, and I think it's one of the videos that we
Yeah. Like how much?
Right.
Just
a
ballpark.
I got into the thousands for it.
Oh, okay.
And I never even let it come out. You know, because young guys and so when I saw it, this video was like, this song is crazy.
What is this?
The track they probably had a drone I mean, this is what you come with. So I just thought, I think he didn't like the color and Buddha. Then he just flipped it and we went black and white.
Yeah, and it took a bit too long.
It took too long.
It did too
long. I've got little to and I spoke.
Yeah. All right. We're just gonna jump into our last segment. Let's just take another small little break, and we'll be right back with Stunner. Well, this is a favorite segment, unfortunately.
And Mimi's worst segment. I hate it.
Unfortunately, he's not here. But anyway.
Fortunately. We should have just cut it because he's not here. You know what I'm saying?
It's good to kind of just hear the other fun side of Stunner, because, you know, we've been venting the past couple of minutes, industry stuff, you know, just to get on some lighter stuff.
Again, I do not endorse this segment.
And then you tell me what it's about. It's just a simple game called Smash, Marry, or Friendzone. You know, just put out like 3 names out there. You just designate, okay, this one I'll smash, this one I'll marry, this one I'll friendzone, and why. You know, just a little fun side. Just here, and these are public figures, so you know, it's nothing too serious, nothing too.
I really like this segment.
She was once put on the list, and we had MC Cheetah.
Twice.
MC Cheetah, but I will smash any day. So after that, she was just like, want some other. But anyway, the list is very simple. Number 1, we have Lock Nation. Number 2, we have Chingeto Brown. Number 3, we have Gonyet Daf Korea.
Oh, by the way, you have to tell us why as well.
Why?
Yeah.
So who would you smash, marry, or friendzone? You can only use the option once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Marry Lock.
Why?
I wouldn't cheat on her.
Okay. all right.
Smash.
Chingeto, okay.
Why as well?
Yes, why?
just for bragging rights.
Okay.
Okay.
You know personally your friends? No, just from afar.
Yeah.
All right. So
actually, I'm going to show you my peeps.
Okay.
Yeah, because she's the homie. Yeah, but you know, like soft touch community in China.
So going on from
woman.
Yeah. Because which is quite interesting. This dude had that song Daf Korea.
I know, that was my favorite actually. Now
that's actually one of my favorites from way back.
Yeah,
but I decided to try that, put it, you know, in practice, and it didn't work out.
Anyway, do you still perform Daf Korea to this day?
I do, because if I don't, you know, I've tried to skip certain songs and like, yo, it's 2017 now, let me, you know, but the people won't let me.
What's the one song where people, okay, besides, I'm sure Godo still...
That's actually, there are shows that I actually don't even perform Godo.
Okay.
Really?
What's the other, like...
Just to show that I can skip
other things.
You know.
Okay.
But songs like Team Rumbe, I can't run away from it.
No, all right.
Like I can't. I tried, but it's one of those. That song and Orborgo Mari, I think. Yeah.
I remember that song.
It's a difficult song to perform. I do.
But it's quite catchy.
I'm
sure the is there to hype it up.
It's difficult in the sense that it was sung in a very high note, right? So for me, it's different from other backtracks where it's just like the chorus and you let the fans sing.
No, okay.
I have to be singing it. So by the time I'm up there, I'm trying to do my ta-ta, then you want to come back to rapping. I'm running out of air and stuff. It's a you know. Yeah. So yeah, on that note, yeah, I really. The bar's been coming on the new album, so look out for it. I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys have it or are going to have it, but
yeah,
the bar's been coming, and I try not to do stupid rhymes. Like,
okay, yeah, you're not going to dumb down your music for other people.
Yeah, Zumbo runs in Rebek Kumsana. Those are my type of bars. I'm not here, and this is called Joshua Lee. I'm not here to do comedy, you know. So. But sometimes, you know, zvoitangozvokusipaka zvazvo ona hanzi ndapinda vhesi rechipiri ngetuesday. So it's fun stuff. People are like, oh, it's good wordplay, but does it mean anything? Kana guga zangu katerera. She's lost the sense of the song already.
Yeah.
True.
Right. So I don't know. I think that's the Weezy era, and stuff like that. But I know this segment is about to be over.
Yep.
And I don't know if I can just explain something. You know, an artist doesn't really ningi apera macheso apera kana kuti Sulu apera Stana apera or Junior Brown Chira 10 apera. I do not think kuti zvinoitika because as long as a person is still alive, they can still do what they did back then. Yeah, but I believe this is what happens, right? And people need to understand this is a theory that I've looked at, and so what I believe happens, catch if I'm wrong, you tell me I'm wrong, right? Well, let's take an artist like Weezy.
Yeah.
When he was at his prime, you know, I should drop him a buzz, he was going, he was so far ahead and no one could catch him, right? And then he kept improving until he started doing the rock thing and what. And all of a sudden people stopped listening to Weezy. They're like, Kwana 2 Chainz, Kwana. So what I believe happened is that you are moving so fast, and the other pack, they can't catch up with you until they decide, look, we can't catch up to that guy. Right? But now you're the only person that even the fans will be like, so now people start saying to appear because you're thinking too much. But people can't relate to that. Like, and as always, humans feel what they don't understand.
True.
And then they leave you to do what you're doing. So for you now to back into the crowd, which is said enough. What we're trying to do is wakufuna kuzvidzikisa back kune standard yavanhu varipo wakunyimbo rwatata chichimba nyama dzirumbu chichii. That means we are going with what's happening, because I'll be honest, back in the day, I'm not trying to be like an oldie that says, back in the day the music, but the bars meant a lot. In Angakawanda, you know, bar for bar, you could hear the story. Right. But now as an youngster, you know, those what. So if you want to relate, Jay-Z, even his new album, I haven't listened to it, but all I know is that when because if Bangas know battle, no one will be talking about his album.
Well, I'm sure people will be. He gets a pass. I'm not really a fan. I will listen to it.
You're going to listen because Akuna music is going to see in a CD one mumba. We all sang Special Meat, and Hindu Minda became a song. Right, because constantly remember you feed Gomatiri, but because I'm a musician, I sing for the people like I always say. Yeah, you find me singing in NDC while you find me singing at Zanu-PF. Seem like I'm going to sing.
So it's just about
I'm going to go there and sing Jah Prayzer.
Okay.
You know, so I'm not going there to sing. I'm too much of my own boss. I'm not going to suck another nigga dick.
Okay.
No, I'm just going to go sing my music.
You know, one thing I'd like to just give this man props whilst he's here is like he survived a lot. He survived the online trolls, car crashes, the judicial system, 6 tapes. He survived a lot, and he's still here, and he's still. I don't think he has a lot to keep on proving. I think only like 20 years in the game. I don't think you have a lot to keep on proving to some of the youngins, but just to inspire. People should just get inspired. Not to say you should just fall back over it, okay.
I think he's matured. From this interview.
He's matured?
Yeah, he has.
Nah, but you know, the thing is, I don't go out there looking for this stuff, right? It's things that just happen, you know. I'm sure if there's like a bad vibe out there that's sending stuff trying to put me down, I guess it's missing the part where I don't give up. No. Like right now, if I fell and I'm at zero, too much zero, babu.
Anyway, at least you've got a DJ Towers to pick you up, Chichi. Alright. So at least you're gonna leave us with a few tracks from Straight Bullet, and we're just gonna probably throw in a sample or two, guys, so that you can have a little taste of what's to come. August 20. August 20, I hear. So and I'm sure Keep It Real Fighters will be there at the launch. You know.
Yeah, and don't forget, it's going to be available for pre-order, so you can definitely get the online tunes out, because already, everybody knows about it. I'm seeing the hashtags and everything, so I can say it's a hit already.
Okay, that's very presumptuous, but okay. Alright.
Nah, it is, trust me. Trust me. And I'll say it again. Like I said last year when I said kuti kana mazogadzira song inopfura enda kuita na Jah Prayzer kuti atireve nyambo muzondiudza vana hip hop. So right now I will say kuti album rangu kana mazogadzira rimwe rinopfura iroro, next year ndikona kuregedza kuimba.
My challenge you.
It's on the record.
But put it on the record. That's the album. So like they do all the time. Radio you might not play, or TV, or they might want to hate. But no, it's the album.
All right. Just tell the people where they can find you or some of your work.
Online. Still like iTunes, Spotify, Amazon MP3. It's gonna be everywhere, and I'm trying to do like an eco-cash type thing. And yes, I'm working with Kuda. You know, like I said, when it comes to business, I work with everybody. I'm working with Sun. Yeah. So I'm pretty much going to try and make sure it's everywhere. All right. The last place I'm going to put it is which one? Standard Tazera Cash Records.
Okay.
And Standard Dades. Okay. I'm pretty much trying to be everywhere. Just putting my nose on everything.
All right. Cooper Tinder, the dating app you're not doing?
Well, I'm sending him in.
Alright. I'm just checking. Is it so?
For these and other stories, visit our website www.263chat.com. Follow us on Twitter @263chat and like our Facebook page 263chat.